Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Us Galore. Welcome to my Match Week 40 Championship predictions. Of course, the Championship season is coming down to a close, but still so many places up for grabs in terms of promotion. Automatic promotion is taking twist week after week, and yet again last weekend Leeds dropped more points than my team Swansea. MILLWALL is just causing them mayhem by dropping them so many points this season. They could have been promoted already if they had a different goalkeeper in goal. Playoffs, of course, the likes of West Brom dropping out and Middlesbrougugh and Bristol City are waiting in the wings to take over their places in the playoffs. The relegation battle, there's about 6, 7, 8 teams who generally have a great chance of going down this season. But I will put on screen now the table, how I think it should end, with Cardiff City in the bottom 3. Let's hope it stays like that. Let's get on to my Match Week 40 predictions. If you go on to enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. Let's go. We begin with Blackburn hosting Middlesbrough on the Friday night. This is going to be a great game for two sides, but in the table, it's a bit of a lie at the moment for Blackburn Rovers. They've been on a really poor run after appointing Valérien Ismaël, who has a record of finishing inside the playoffs with Barnsley, but with Blackburn, it's just not working so far with him. As for Middlesbrough, great win last time out at home against Oxford. They are, I think there's just goal difference keeping them out of the playoffs at the moment. Blackburn are not far off it. They need to win this one to keep up their hopes of finishing in the top 6. I don't see it. Blackburn 1, Middlesbrough 2. Coventry versus Burnley, another great game. This one, Coventry in the playoff places at the moment. However, they are very close to dropping out. It's that close up there in the table. Burnley, I think they're third on goal difference. So Leeds better not drop any more points because Burnley are waiting in the wings for them. In this one, it'll be a very close game. Quite low scoring. I do think Burnley get the win 1-0 away from home. Luton versus Leeds. I think when you planned the season out and thought of all the fixtures coming down to the end of the season, this would have been one you originally at the start of the season would have thought of and thought, wow, this could be a great game for, you know, which side's going to get into the top 2 or something like that. But at opposite ends of the table, really disappointing to see, but Leeds slipping up in the last few games. They haven't won in a few matches now. And you know what? Kenilworth Road is not an easy place to go. We saw it in the Premier League last season. Luton recently have been putting up a big fight. They're averaging 2 points per game in the last 5 games. In this one, I see both sides picking up a point. 1-1 at Kenilworth Road. Massive, knock-on effects at both ends of the table if this was to happen. West Brom versus Sunderland, another all-playoff affair. And could generally be a playoff semi-final or final, this one. In this game, Sunderland obviously the favourites, but West Brom not an awful side, although recently they haven't been living up to the expectations we'd put on them in earlier weeks with the squad they've got. I do think, though, Sunderland get the win here. 2-0 away at the Hawthorns. Bristol City hosting Watford. It's two sides yet again in the hunt for the playoffs. Bristol City very close to achieving it this season. They need to win here and sort of, hold back a rival in terms of the playoffs as Watford are chasing, although I think they're 3 or 4 points off Bristol City. So Watford need to win this one, having drawn 0-0 last weekend to Plymouth, which is a massive 2 points drop for them. In this one, Bristol City to get the win, 2-0 at home and continue their playoff charge. MILLWALL versus Portsmouth is a very interesting game. MILLWALL might show Portsmouth how to keep the lights on at the Den in this one. If you understand the reference to the reverse fixture, you know what I mean. If not, then you're going to think I'm waffling on, which is what I am doing now. In this one, though, I do see the away side Portsmouth continuing their good run of form. It was a win last time out at home. Away from home, they've not been as good, but I think this is a real opportunity. MILLWALL still in with a genuine chance of reaching the playoffs, only 6 points off the top 6. They need to win this one, but I don't see it happening. Portsmouth 1-0 away at the Den. Oxford host Sheffield United next up, and I'd like to sit here for a minute and a half and talk about how Oxford have a good chance of winning this game or getting a point, but honestly, there's nothing here for Oxford, is there? I think Sheffield United are nailed on to win this one. I really do hope this comes back and bites me, because I'd love it for the Championship, but I just really don't see it. Struggling to see any positives here for Oxford. They just need to keep the scoring down low. And I hope Sheffield United can just leave there with a 1-0 win, really. That's as good as it's going to get in terms of losing for Oxford. In this one, Sheffield United to win 3-0 away. Plymouth hosting Norwich next up now. If you recall last season, Plymouth won this fixture 6-2 at home park. They would love a replica of that, wouldn't they, this season? But Norwich just won a game and they've been very inconsistent this season. Plymouth just with a 0-0 draw away. They need to turn home park into a fortress and get them wins now. They are only a few points off safety, but that gap is forever growing. And so this is no other than a must-win game for Plymouth. And you know what? I haven't backed them too many times this season. But against Norwich, who are very inconsistent, you never know what Norwich side's going to pop up. I think Plymouth will get the win here. A really tough side to play against. Plymouth 2, Norwich 1. Preston welcome Stoke to Deepdale this weekend. And this one, I think it's got a draw written all over it. Stoke with a massive win last time out. They had to win that one at home to QPR, and they did so. As for Preston, defeat midweek as they lost 2-0 away to Derby. Tough place to go though, that one. Been a poor week for Preston. 2 defeats after getting knocked out of the FA Cup as well, albeit to Aston Villa. So you wouldn't really expect much difference in that one if you're being honest. In this one, I think it'll be, as I say, a draw. 1-1 at Deepdale. QPR versus Cardiff genuinely could be one of the biggest games taking place this match week. 5 points separate the two sides going into the game. QPR 5 points better off than Cardiff. If Cardiff will win this one, cut the gap between the two sides obviously to 2 points. I mean, QPR have been on a dreadful run of form recently. They have to get something here because they are so close to getting sucked into it. They're not safe at the moment. Cardiff dropping into the relegation battle. Try saying that without putting a smile on your face. I couldn't. In this one, I think QPR get the win. I mean, yes, I'm being biased here, but I do think they, at home, should be winning this one for QPR. 2, Cardiff 1 in this one. Sheffield Wednesday versus Hull's got a bit of bite to this one, doesn't it? Hull very close to the drop zone now. They need to get something here. Wednesday drawing against Cardiff last time out. In this one, I can see just another draw between the two sides. 1-1 here at Hillsborough. And the final game to predict to this match week. There's so many good games going on this match week. We will be attending this one, so be sure you check out the matchday vlog for this one. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm sort of not, because Derby versus Swansea at the Swansea.com Stadium. Derby have just won 4 on the bounce. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. But for Swans, we hold optimism, because the Swans just drew away to Leeds 2-2. Zamapotnik in the 96th minute with the equaliser. Absolute limbs. Fantastic. I wish I went to that game now. Everyone before the game was thinking we're going to get hammered, including myself. So anything other than that was a surprise. So very happy with the point. We are in a relegation battle though. And I think we need 3 wins to stay up for the Swans. I'm confident we can do it. Our home games we need to win. This is one of them where we can win. Swans 2-1. Yes, my bias is into that. Would I take a point? A point's probably the best, worst outcome, isn't it? You know, for both sides. Wouldn't feel comfortable with a point from this one. We need to win it. We need to win it at home against Derby. Yes, they're on a good run. I'd settle for a point if Derby are on top, but really we have to go for the win in this one. And I think we're good enough to get the win. Swans 2, Derby 1 in this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Well then guys, they wrap up my predictions for match week 40 of the Championship. If you have gone to enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Get your predictions in. And as always, stay tuned for the matchday vlog from Swansea versus Derby, which will be uploaded Saturday evening, Sunday morning. You know the drill by now. And thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, have a brilliant weekend. Sun's out and I'm off. See you in a bit guys. Goodbye.